Alright everybody, and welcome. And in today's episode, I'm going to teach you my 3 favorite tips for improving your focus and your concentration. The first thing we're going to go through is focus. Many people have a bit of a misconception that you're able to actually multitask. Well, you're not really able to multitask as well as you might think. If you were able to multitask efficiently, well, then texting and driving would be safe. So the first thing is to make sure to eliminate distractions. Many studies have shown that it can take up to 20 minutes to get back into the zone or into a flow state after you get distracted. So it's better to just clear the environment as much as possible and focus on one thing at one time. Which leads me to our first technique. If you are enjoying this, make sure to like and subscribe down below. It'd mean the world to me. The first technique is called the Pomodoro. This is one of the most powerful techniques to be able to focus and get stuff done. Done? This technique kind of goes along with Parkinson's law, where work will expand to the amount of time allocated toward it. So have you ever had an entire day to clean your room, or to study for an exam, or to do a quarterly report, and you've taken the entire day to do it? Whereas if you gave yourself 1 or 2 hours to do it, you would actually get it done much quicker, right? This is a good example of Parkinson's law. So how the Pomodoro helps is to be able to separate your time into chunks of time, to 25-minute increments. So all we do is we do 25 minutes on and 5 minutes off. I'll repeat that. 25 minutes on and 5 minutes off. Now during these 25 minutes, you focus on one single task. Just the one. Say you've got emails to reply to. Say you really want to deep dive into a chapter of a course. Then 25 minutes on that one part of the course. And now, as we all know, distractions can be inevitable. This little princess is a great example of inevitable distractions. So whenever you do get distracted, have a fresh sheet of paper right next to you, so you can write down your distractions whenever you get distracted. Then after 25 minutes is up, you can review your distractions or go and do something fun. Or if you spend your time off of the computer or any screens, you can check whatever might be on your screen in that 5 minutes time. I personally like to do something fun and something that gets my mind off of things. So maybe I'll go for a walk, maybe we'll do some breath exercises, maybe even just prepare a coffee. Whatever that 5 minutes looks like for you, do it. And then after that 5-minute break is done, do the 25 minutes again. You can do this up to 4 times. Okay, 25 minutes on, 5 off. 25 on, 5 off. 25 on, 5 off. 25 on, 5 off. Then after those 4 cycles, you can have a longer break, maybe 30 minutes or so. You can have a nap if you really want to. Whatever you need to do in that 30 minutes time, you get a longer break. And if you feel up to it, then you can restart the entire 4 cycles over again. What you're going to notice is you are feeding your focus and you're going to be starving your distractions. You're going to be severing the connection between your brain wanting to get a distraction and your brain actively going out to actually get that distraction. And as you start to notice, when you focus on one thing for longer periods of time, you'll get more done and the quality of work on that one thing will be significantly better. So that is the Pomodoro technique. My second most favorite exercise to be able to help you focus is something that we call meditation. And before you go, wow, groundbreaking stuff there, Josh, just hear me out for a moment. Most people think about meditation as a woo-woo practice where you have to sit in a cave and do this for 1,000 years, but it doesn't have to be that at all. In fact, I would prefer if it wasn't like that personally. But there has to be some truth behind everybody getting behind meditation, right? Because meditation allows you to recognize when your awareness shifts and you go into distractions. As you start to go throughout life, you can recognize easily when your brain does get distracted and bring it back to now. So to meditate, you can start off with 1 to 3 minutes. It doesn't need to be much at all. And what you can do is just rest your awareness on your breath. Imagine your chest just rising and falling, just rising and falling. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, or just in through your nose, it doesn't really matter. And then when you notice that you're not focused on your breath, your mind has gone somewhere else, just bring it back. That's it. That's meditation. And instead of getting angry at yourself for being distracted and your brain going somewhere else, feel happy that you brought your awareness back to the breath. Because essentially you've just done a little focus rep at your little mental gym. And as you start to get better at this, you can start to increase the amount of minutes that you do it for, and you'll recognize that the amount of times you get distracted begins to reduce. So that's my second favorite technique for focus and concentration. Now my third and favorite tip for focusing and productivity is something called time blocking. You can call it time blocking or boxing, up to you, doesn't really matter. Essentially what you're doing is you are setting out a script for your entire day. So whatever your highest priorities are, maybe you want to do them first between 9 and 9:30, and then whatever your next task is that you need to get done, 9:30 to 10, it's kind of like a schedule. But every single one of these blocks are non-negotiable. And instead of worrying about what do you have to do today, well, you've got an entire script to just follow. Preferably you would set this up the night before, but if really necessary, you can do it in the morning. So those are my 3 favorite tips. To go through them again, we have the Pomodoro technique, which is 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off. Write down your distractions when you get distracted. And then during your break, you can review your distractions. After 4 cycles, have a longer break, about 30 minutes. Meditation, Just focus on your breath, breathing in and out, 1 to 3 minutes. When you get distracted, come back. That's it. Don't complicate these things. And third is time blocking, boxing, whatever you want to call it. You can create your own name. I really don't mind. It's fine. You do you, boo. The thing about focus is it's a skill, and skills can be trained. And as you actively start to do this, it will spill onto every area of your life as well. You'll be more focused in your conversations. You'll be more aware during the day-to-day life. And you'll also be more mindful about where your mind goes habitually. So that's it for today. If you guys are enjoying the video, if you're enjoying the content, please make sure to like and subscribe and share to anybody that this might help. And goodbye from Muffin. She's not allowed on the table.